Make some noise for your amazing host.
What's up, everyone? My name is Joelle and I'm your online host today, and I'm so excited you're here because we have a lot in store for you. You guys, we're gonna get into a fun pre-show video, we're gonna do some worship together, and get into a Bible story. You guys, buckle up, it's gonna be so much fun.
Here we go. All right, guys, we're jumping back into another week of VR, and Mr. Coyote is taking the charge today. Why is this funny?
I laughed because Katie coughed right when you started.
Am I starting over?
Sure.
We can't ever start over anymore now.
Yeah.
All.
And here we go. Welcome back to another super fun week of VR. Mr. Coyote is putting the mask on this week to go on a brand new adventure. Here's the deal. We've got 1 minute to explain the game. Mr. Coyote has 3 minutes to play the game, and we've got 1 minute for him to review it. Chris, tell us what we're playing.
What are we playing?
All right, so today you're gonna be playing Lucky's Tale. So it's a 3D platformer or digital platformer or something like that. It's just like Mario Brothers back in the day. So you're gonna be jumping around, trying to collect things, trying to get to the
In
end
VR?
of the level. Yeah, dude.
Oh no, I'm gonna
I hope
throw
you
up.
stretch your legs, man.
I'm gonna. What is happening? And I'm a fox? I'm Lucky's Tail, whatever that is.
We have 22 seconds left to keep talking about
I think
what
we should
feel.
just stretch for those.
Yeah, let's just
Are
stretch.
you-
Yeah. All right.
Any
Stretch your-
particular exercises we should be doing?
I'm gonna try not to hit the microphone, which is right here,
Yeah,
or the
don't-
camera.
Nice, dude.
8, 7.
I'm just gonna go.
6. Put
Just
your
do it,
mask
dude.
on.
All right.
I'm going.
He's in.
4, 3.
Ooh, it says press A.
2,
Can you guys see what I see? Okay,
Alright.
press
Do
A.
you see what I see?
I'm doing it in
Dutch.
No, this one.
Oh
What was
Is
it?
that just
no! Mandarin.
Ooh. Oh no! No! Ah!
Go, go, go! What'd you do?
Oh, no.
You quit?
Learn
You went to his house.
So you're in a house.
Oh, this is awesome. Can you see this, guys?
해가 저물면 돌은
Oh,
웅크리고
like-
잠들지.
You go to sleep.
It's in a different language. Oh.
One. Oh. Sleeping time. Oh,
Oh,
there
it
you go.
worked!
You're entering your dreams, I think.
Dude,
Oh,
you're so
guys,
rested.
this is gorgeous.
Back out to the front yard.
Oh, I'm running. Oh, this is so cool.
You have 2 more minutes.
Okay, it's kind of.
You're so cute.
I actually really like this. Wait, you said I have 2 minutes left?
I think. Wait.
Hiya!
You have 1 minute.
I have 1 minute?
Time. You have
Jordan,
2
I think
minutes.
those are real diamonds.
What?
That is a large.
Okay, it says I have to jump, but I already did it. I already
Jordan, pick up the sandal.
pick up the sandal.
Yeah, dude, pick it up.
What? Pick up the sandal.
Pick up the sandal.
There's no sandal.
It's right here.
What are you talking about?
It's right here, dude. Smell it.
Oh, I can smell it, Chris. Hiya! Oh, okay. Oh, double jump.
Is this an actual video game that you can play otherwise, or is this?
No,
just
I
for
think it's
VR?
only. Oh, I'm starting to feel weird, guys.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you feel hot?
No, I
Do you
feel.
need a bag?
I feel. It's
I got a
kind of.
box, dude.
It
Jump higher.
legitimately is throwing my equilibrium off right now.
Good.
Whoa. Because it's like the camera's moving, but I'm not moving. You guys see that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, Jordan, we can't see anything.
Whoa.
We don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna keep going. How much time do I have?
You have 1 minute left.
I have a full minute?
Yeah.
This is really, really fun.
Oh.
This is so cool. I wish you guys could like. I want to play almost. I would love to play every game.
Where are you right now?
Okay, so I'm in like a cavern. Was that it? I bet that I just jump.
Ooh, there's a diamond.
Oh, maybe I'm supposed to. Oh, okay. Whoops.
You have 35 seconds.
This is really, really good.
Do you feel like you're progressing? Oh, you just went up?
Okay, I will tell you that because the camera moves, it makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up.
That makes
See how
sense.
like I'm not moving, but the camera is, so it's throwing. Guys, like I feel like my brain feels like I'm moving this way.
That's
It's like
crazy.
it's totally tripping out my brain.
You've got 15 seconds.
15
to
seconds?
finish
And
strong.
3 hearts, dude.
Let's just go crazy.
10.
You got too far.
8. In the water.
You're
6.
hard.
5. 4.
I wish I could have heard more
3,
things in a different language.
2.
No!
That's it. We have 1 minute.
That was
All right.
so fun.
Tell us your
Well,
thoughts.
what do
Okay.
you think, man?
It felt very much like a mix between Mario Brothers and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
The graphics were really good, and it was really fun to look around. Like hearing I'm gonna play a platformer in VR sounded like it wasn't gonna be fun, but it really was. But I will say, because my body was stationary, meaning I wasn't moving at all, but the camera was moving, my brain started to feel like it was moving like this. So if I played that for I played that for 3 minutes and I was already getting sick.
Falling on the ground.
How good is your Mandarin now?
Yeah, well, they were speaking the Fox's version of Mandarin, so it was like, chip, chip.
What?
Yeah,
Is it
I
now?
learned what the Fox said,
Oh.
and it's in
What does
Mandarin.
it say?
It says,
If you translated that into English, though, what would it have said?
it says
What?
Lucky's Tale.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a really educated guess, man.
5,
5.
4.
Okay,
What's the best thing? What's
best
your
thing-
rating? Final rating?
That I didn't throw up! See you next time!
You guys, that pre-show video was so much fun. Next, we're gonna dive into a time of worship and sing some songs together. And then after that, we're gonna hear from the Bible story.
What's impossible for people is possible with my God. There are so many things that can't be done by human hands alone. But when I trust in Jesus, anything is possible. When you heal the blind man, when you fed the thousands, when you walked on water, you proved that anything is possible with you. I could never forget you. Spend my life just to find you, because you showed me that anything is possible. There are so many things that I had wrong, broken and alone. But you welcomed me with your strength. You brought me home. When you healed the blind man, when you fed the thousands, when you walked on water, you proved that anything is possible with you. I could never forget you. Spend my life just to find you, because you showed me that anything is possible. You calm the storms, anything is possible. You raised the dead man, anything is possible. You are God and man, anything is possible. You took my hand, anything is possible. What's impossible for people is possible with my God. What's impossible for people is possible with my God. What's impossible for people is possible with my God. When you heal the blind man, when you fed the thousands, when you walked on water, you proved that anything is possible with you. I could never forget you. Spend my life just to find you, because you showed me that anything is possible.
In the darkness, you are righteous. Jesus, you are the rightful King. Never changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You will take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout, for the God I love deserves his praises like changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You'll take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout. For the God I love deserves his praises loud. So I will praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Oh, every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Oh, we might seem small singing in this room, but we aren't alone. No, we join in a choir of believers, billions strong. We sing, praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Whoa. Every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Praise his name. Praise his holy name. Praise his name.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond Bounds, a podcast where we're looking at the miracles of Jesus. I'm Mr. Coyote, and today we're going to be doing an experiment that I like to call milk fireworks. To do our experiment, we're going to need some milk, some Q-tips, a plastic container, some dish soap, and a pie tin. We'll be back to our experiment in a minute, but first, we're going to take a look at a Samaritan, but probably not the one you're thinking of, and see that Jesus' power gives me reason to be thankful. His power is wild, and he uses it to bend heaven and earth just to be with us. So let's jump in and go beyond bounds. All right, friends, I want to introduce the rest of our crew to you. Over here, we have Mrs. Coyote, who's going to be sharing our Bible story today.
Hello, friends.
And Chris is going to be doing audio for us. Say hi, Chris.
I like turtles.
Nice, but that's not it, friends. We also have two very special guests that I want to introduce you to. Zoe and Zeke, come on in. Now, here's the deal. I know that both of you guys can do the floss. I know that both of you guys can do the dab. But can you do the floss and dab? Show me.
Ooh.
Oh, nailed it. So, friends, I need you guys to do a couple sound effects for me, and you're going to see these sound effects in our story today. Zeke, we're going to start with you. I want you to give me your best sick sound. What does it sound like? All right, Zoe, I want you to say in your granniest voice, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us.
Jesus, Master, have mercy on us.
Fantastic. All right, Zeke, can you say, thank you so much, in the oldest voice you can?
Thank you so much.
That was so good. That was fantastic. All right, Zoe, one more in your deepest voice. Can you say, stand up and go. Your faith has healed you.
Stand up and go. Your faith has healed you.
I think we got it. Okay, friends, coming over, have a seat with me. We're going to get some lab coats on you. And Chris, can you test out those sounds while we do that real quick?
Thank you so much. Stand up and go. Your faith has healed you.
All right, that sounds awesome, which means I think we're ready for our story. Ms. Coyote, take it away.
All right, so our story starts off with Jesus, and he is traveling to a place called Jerusalem, and he finds himself on the border between two places called Galilee and Samaria. And he's in this tiny village, and far off in the distance, he spots 10 guys there in the city, and they have something called leprosy. Yeah, so these guys were pretty sick. When you have leprosy, it usually means that your skin has sores on it. Sometimes your face gets all swelled up. It might change the way your voice sounds. And in those days, other people in the city would stay far away from people that had leprosy because they weren't sure if they should be close to them. Now, these 10 men, they actually see Jesus and they shout to him,
Jesus, Master, have mercy on us.
And of course, Jesus hears this, he looks at them, and he tells them to go see the priest. So he sends them to the priest, and the priest in those days would tell people, yes, you're clean, no, you're not, yes, you can hang out with other people, or no, you can't. So Jesus tells them to go do this.
So it sounds like these lepers had heard about Jesus' miracles before. They knew that Jesus had total control over sickness and disease, right? So of course, when they saw him, they asked him to heal them because they truly believed he could.
Yeah, sometimes things happen to us that are pretty hard, and we may not fully understand why God allows those things to happen to us. But in the end, we always know that he will do what is absolutely best for us and what is in our best interest because he cares so deeply, and we can always be thankful for that.
All right, so we're going to continue with our story of the 10 lepers, but right now let's jump into the first part of our experiment. So first we need some milk, and this is whole milk that we're going to pour into our pie tin. And the second thing we're going to do for our experiment is take our soap and fill it up into this container. Zeke, can you hold this right here?
Yeah.
And I'm going to fill it up. And that is the first part of our experiment. Pretty exciting, right?
Wow.
All right, guys. We'll come back with our experiment, but let's continue with our story.
All right, so we left off with our 10 lepers. And Jesus had just sent them to go see the priest. Now, here's where the crazy thing happens. As they're headed over to see the priest, they become completely healed. Their leprosy is gone. It has left their body. Now, it didn't happen immediately, but it was because they obeyed Jesus and they did what he asked them to do. So one of the men actually looked down and noticed, oh my goodness, I'm completely healed from this sickness. And when he noticed that, he ran back to Jesus. And when he got back to Jesus, he fell to the ground on his knees, worshiping Jesus, and he thanked him.
Thank you so much.
Man, this guy gave us a great example of what being thankful looks like. He could have easily sprinted home to his family and friends for the first time in years when he was healed. And he had every right to. But instead, he took the time to go back and thank and honor Jesus.
We should definitely make it a point to always thank God for everything that we have. After all, he bent heaven and earth to be with us for eternity. And how could we not be thankful for that?
All right, guys, are you ready for part 2 of our experiment?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take our food coloring. Zoe, take some green. I want you to just like right in the center, do like 10 drops. And I'm gonna put, I think this is either yellow or red or orange or blue. Zeke, can you reach in and do blue for me?
Sure.
So, in a second, we're gonna take some Q-tips. We're gonna dip it in the soap, and then we're gonna dip our Q-tips into the food coloring and milk. What do you think is gonna happen?
Explode.
It's gonna explode? I like where you're going with this. Zoe, what do you think is gonna happen?
It's called, it might bubble up or like fizz or something like that.
Okay. Chris, what do you think is gonna happen?
Don't drink the milk, Jordan. It's gone bad.
So guys, when we come back with our experiment, we're gonna find out what happens when we add soap to the food coloring. But right now, let's jump back into our story.
Okay, so we just left off, and all 10 of the men with leprosy had just become healed, and only one of them ran back to thank Jesus. And here's the interesting thing about this guy. He was a Samaritan, and at that time, Samaritans were not well liked by the Jewish community. So Jesus sees the one guy who's run back, and he says, wait a minute. There were definitely 10 of you that I healed, but only one of you came back. Not to mention, you're a Samaritan. You came back to thank me. So Jesus looked at the man and told him,
Stand up and go. Your faith has healed you.
when we are thankful because of Jesus' power in our lives, we give him the credit that he rightfully deserves. We make ourselves less important and we make God the most important, which is actually the very best and the only way we should live our lives. And isn't that what we all want?
And that is our story for today, which means it's time for us to test our hypothesis with our milk fireworks. So, Zoe, grab a Q-tip. Zeke, grab a Q-tip. Now what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna sink your Q-tip into this soap, dip it all the way, okay? Now sit right, yeah, sit right there. Okay, Zeke, your turn. Got it? Okay, on the count of 3, together, you guys are gonna dip your Q-tips directly into our milk right here. All right, so right where the food coloring is. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That was cool.
We call that the milk firework. Wasn't that interesting? It was like all of the soap made all of the food coloring just like run away from it. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That's a super cool experiment that you guys can try at home. So I just want to take a second and talk about our story today. What does it look like for us to practice being thankful to Jesus? There's so many things that we could do. You could write a list of things that you're thankful that God has given you. And if writing's not your thing, why don't you just say them aloud? Say what you're thankful for. Don't forget about things like running water, shoes, your refrigerator, your bed, your parents, and realize that you have way more to be happy about than to complain about. And speaking of complaining, stop. When you complain, it's not honoring to God, and it only makes you unhappy. Give Jesus credit by recognizing him as the most important thing in your life. Jesus' power gives you a reason to be thankful for the little things he blesses you with and the huge things, like bending heaven and earth just to be with you. In Luke 18:27, Jesus replied, "Whatever is impossible for people is possible with God." So here's the challenge today. How will you get real about giving credit to Jesus? That's it for this episode. I want to give a huge thanks to my awesome science helpers today, Zoe and Zeke. Thank you guys so much. Fantastic. I'm Mr. Coyote signing off with
Mrs. Coyote.
and Chris. Say bye, Chris.
Drink the milk!
We'll see you guys next time for another episode of Beyond Bounds.
You guys, I've had a blast today being your online host. Now don't forget, there's so much more for you to do at home on sandalskids.tv. You guys, thanks so much for choosing us, and I'll see you next week.